let's try it again. Oh, are we live time? I'm gonna let Hi Bree. What's going on? My internet has been pure garbage this evening and I've only just gotten home. So I'm gonna right quick, just like for the third time, correct the URL for this. And God willing, I'll move on. Okay. Super duper. There's my chat. There you are. Hi, friends. How are you? Are we live? Kind of echoey. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my internet at all. I don't know what's happening. Not a fucking clue. Hello from South Africa. Well, hello. South Africa. That's so far away from me. You're watching without volume because you're at the pharmacy. You forgot your AirPods. Well, cereal, skincare. I promise I won't say anything profound while you're at the pharmacy. You let me know when you leave. Internet can't handle my awesome self. Well, that's probably not true. I think it's probably just really old garbage ass internet. Amanda says she loved the video with my mom. Thank you. I loved the video with my mom too. I had a blast editing that. It was really fun. And she'll be back in like 3 weeks. 3 weeks from tomorrow. So if you guys have any other fun ideas, let me know. I'm happy to exploit my mom for clicks and views. The new angle on the Barbie house. Yeah, I'm in my kitchen tonight. And my kids left all the fun shit over there. So I'll clean that up tomorrow. I just came back from seeing Scream. That was a time. I can't tell you if it was a good time or a bad time or anything because I didn't want to spoil it. Can't stay. Just got the note if I want to say hello. Hi, Liz. Hope you have a wonderful evening. Doing whatever it is you're doing. Do a bake-off with your mom. Bake-off with my mom. Oof. That just sent me into a world of thought. Did you see that? Did you see it? That was great. True, though. Oh, yeah, no spoilers for Scream, I promise. Listen, I muted so many words between yesterday and today on Twitter because I didn't want any spoilers. Someone ruined the fourth movie for me and I was heartbroken. But if you're a fan of I'll tell you, if you're a fan of the movies, there's a lot in it for you. And if you're new to the movies, there's a lot in it for you. Yeah, I can't wait for more videos with my mom either. She's, everybody always likes my mom more than they like me, which is totally fine. She's definitely more likable. Yeah, it was good. I liked it. I have a huge soft spot for the Scream movies because it was the first horror movie that I got into. I remember renting it when it came out when I was 10. And I got fairly obsessed with it. Yeah, you're definitely, if you're a fan of the movies, there's a lot in it that will be satisfying, I guess, and interesting Easter eggs and things like that. So that's all I'll say. My dad had Empire Strikes Back ruined for him the day after it came out. Oh, God, people who fucking spoil movies are the worst. Like, first horror movie was Texas Chainsaw when I was 6. My cousins and I were watching it in their basement, and my uncle came down and scared the bejesus out of us. Texas Chainsaw is a pretty intense first horror movie. Would I recommend Scream to a non-horror watcher? Like the original Scream or the new one? Because I would recommend the first Scream to anybody. Not anybody, but like if you can handle gore, yes. Because Scream isn't, I wouldn't say that like Scream, the original Scream is scary, but it's, I don't know. I was thinking about it on the way home while I was talking to myself, and I think it's really cool how Scream definitely like changed the horror genre. Like so much of what the horror genre is because of Scream. And it was so meta then, and it's only gotten more meta over time. And yeah, I think I think if you like movies, I think you'd appreciate it the most if you do like horror movies, but I still think you would enjoy the original if you don't. Oh, I'm drinking champagne and pineapple juice. It just sounded good. Dad won a VHS of Scream 2 when it came out by answering a radio show game. That's awesome. I actually won, and this is like one of my favorite possessions that got destroyed a little bit, but I'm going to see if I can frame it and fix it. When Scream 4 came out, Wes Craven was doing trivia on his Twitter, and it was like the first comment or like the first tweet to answer correctly won a prize. And I was the first tweet to answer one of the questions, and he went to give it to somebody else. And a bunch of people under the tweet, myself included, were like, hey, that was me first, you know, as I'm bitching out Wes Craven. And he gave it to me, and he sent me a signed poster for Scream 4, signed by him, Courtney Cox, Nev Campbell, Kevin Williamson, and David Arquette. And it's one of my favorite things that I own. I just came in a little late. I also love the video you did with your mom. She doesn't live close to you. No, my mom does not live close to me. She's like a bunch of states away. So, yes, new Scream came out today. I saw the trailer and there was an I'm Sydney yes, I'm Sydney fucking Prescott, definitely. It lives up to that where they're cheesy but great one-liners. About to make a hard lemonade. Nice. Make it real hard. Real hard. Yeah, it's been a long time since we've done one of these. It's kind of weird. Forgot how to do it. I forgot how these work. Yeah, I definitely came a lot more casual this time, only with a full face because I shot 3 videos earlier today. Vanilla vodka lemonade on a hot day. I just had a whipped cream vodka limeade yesterday, but now I'm out of whipped cream vodka, which is probably for the best because that goes with so many things. Hopefully Scream improves your day from the way it started. Yeah, I found out the hard way that my ex's mom was with him picking up my kids, and she just kind of walked in my house while I was walking around topless trying to find clothes because they were 20 minutes early and it was weird and uncomfy. So, gotta love that. Is it only going to be in theaters? I don't think they released it on any platforms. I think it's only in theaters. Scream. Lime is superior to lemon. I think it depends on what you're having it with. I like them both. Don't blame me for drinking after that. Yeah, I was like, and my house is a mess. Like, I mean, you can probably tell. But like, like my house is kind of always in a state of mess because I have 4-year-olds, but like if I know someone else is coming to my home, like I would like the opportunity to like, you know, at least make it look like somewhat presentable, I guess. Yeah, whipped cream vodka is no joke, man. That stuff is delish. So what have you guys been up to? We haven't done a live since like what, before Thanksgiving? That's a long time. It's a pandemic. You're doing great. Yeah. I don't really care what they think. It's just like my own personal, you know, me. It's a me thing. Trying and failing to find clothing to buy. Ugh. Yeah, sometimes buying clothes is a bitch. I have twin toddlers. No one's allowed to judge you for your house being a mess. I know, but I'm judging me. That Scream is getting released on Paramount Plus. Oh, maybe it is. That would make sense. It is a Paramount movie. Hi, Audie. My favorite child. Clip that. Send it to your siblings. It's hot as fuck in here. Just sweaty. Where are skinny jeans that are comfortable? No, I'm gonna stop you right there. Those don't exist. That's just not a thing. Of course you're the favorite, Audie. Been going to the gym. Nice. 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 Hyping yourself up to go to the gym tomorrow for the first time in forever. Awesome. Love that. Good workout song suggestions. I have a whole playlist for that. I should find it. I don't know. I can listen to the same song 1,000 times. You know what's a really good song to run to is John Mayer's New Light, which like it just has like the perfect. It's like the perfect metronome for running. Like if you're doing cardio or whatever, definitely good for that. Hey, Jazz. The huge jeggings used to be so good, but now they're like tissue paper. Yeah, man. I'm leggings through and through. Like I buy Old Navy's leggings. I'll buy anybody's leggings because that's all it is. New Light is so good, and the music video is even better. My house is a mess too. My nephew's staying with me currently, and my sister's in downtown Chicago at a cancer center. He's like a tornado. Yeah, they're good for that. Hey, Angel, you made it alive. Me too. And ironically, I was here on time, even though I had to do 3 separate links for this goddamn thing. Will Smith's my... Oh, actually, yeah, that would have a good running beat to it. Am I still doing the Creepshow video? Yes. Yep. I am going to do a Creepshow video. The thing about the Creepshow video, though, is that because I didn't do the first part, I was kind of honestly hoping Emily would respond in like a video form so that I could have the full picture. But like, it's just requiring a lot more of my attention. So I have 3 videos that are coming out, throughout this weekend and into Monday. And then I think Tuesday I'm going to try and tackle the Creepshow video. So it's going to be interesting. I don't think I'll do like a full watch because it's, you guys know, it's like 2 fucking hours long. But look, I didn't touch it the first time because I was like, yikes. And I feel like everybody said everything that needed to be said after Emily Artful's video came out. But this was, there are so many good jokes in there that I cannot not do it. So it's coming. I'm just not sure when. Probably, if I could guess, in the next week or 2. She released a version of her script where she called out more people. Oh, is that what everybody was talking about today? Good God. Good God. At home with COVID. No, I read that as at Home Depot with COVID, and I'm not sure why, but I'm sorry you have COVID. Ugh. Brutal. Brutal, brutal. I don't think you need to give the background info if you don't want to. Most everyone who followed the lore are caught up. Yeah. I'm not really all that caught up though. Like I have the Reader's Digest version. So I want to inform myself just a little bit further. Remind myself, refresh myself so that I can make the best video possible. You know what I'm saying? And more than just reporting or commenting is your humor. That's the point. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's when I said, like, I've made a community tab post where I was like, okay, should I cover this or no? And all the people who said no were like, oh, yeah, I mean, it's been covered. Like, everybody knows the situation. Like, we don't need more eyes on this. Stop giving her the attention. I'm like, oh, no, I want to make fun of her. Like, so, I mean, like, can I roast her? Is that something you want to see? Yeah, she's a strange lady. Strange lady. I agree. Old Navy's workout apparel is bomb. That stuff is really good. Very durable, lasts a long time, comfortable, good support. Sajak roast. Yes. It's coming. Yeah, I'm gonna roast the shit out of her. It would be impossible not to. She made it too easy. For trying to prove you're not a stalker by being a stalker, like proving why you are. What is this? What happened there? Good God, get it together, lady. Yeah. So I have 2 videos nobody asked for coming out this week, and then I have one about the Gabby Hanna Farrah Abraham podcast, which is still like a little too much Gabby Hanna content for me, but the Farrah Abraham portion is what's actually prevalent and important in that video, so I don't really care. A little less about Gabby, a little more about Farrah, so. Oh yeah, steaks in the chat. So what else is new? What else haven't we talked about in a while? How are your holidays? Oh yeah, Farrah Abraham is the original mess. I was quite excited when they got together because it was 2 things I know a lot about. Farrah was worse in the video. Yeah, Farrah was just worse in general. Had to do something else during the Gabby Hanna live. I don't know the bandwidth to handle her antics. Yeah. Do you find your jokes are better off the top of your head or if you script and round them out? It's kind of a combination of both. Sometimes I'll go, like the video I did today, I went off the top of my head. Like I had a couple ideas, but sometimes they just come to me. Most of the time I'll write a few out at least, and then I'll just kind of, sometimes talking out as I'm like actually filming it inspires a different joke. So I think it's a little bit of both, but I like to go into a video with at least like a handful of jokes so that I'm not like making a bad video. Just done with finals. You're gonna graduate. That's exciting. Congratulations. That is exciting. Graduations. Hi, Josie. Oh my good gracious. How exciting. The sajak snark is often pretty on point. Sometimes it is. I've had less than quality videos where the jokes have just like been just me going like, sometimes that is the joke. Sometimes I'm the joke. Hello, evil little McNuggets. That's a great name. That's a great name indeed. What did we used to do on these lives? I don't even remember. It hasn't even been that long. It's been a few months. Found out last night a handful of relatives in California got COVID. Oh no. Sure, it has nothing to do with their trip to Minnesota for New Year's. Ugh. Right. watched the latest episode of And Just Like That. It's a mess. Oh my god. I haven't watched any of it yet. I forget who suggested I should watch it and roast it, but I don't know. I decided, like, when they continued to film after Kim Cattrall was like, nope, fuck this, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna watch it because I love Samantha. But, like, what is this? But, to roast it, maybe. I don't know. Daddy husbands, yeah, that's what we used to talk about, was daddy husbands. You're right. You're right, you're right. Hi, Not a Bear. I'm glad you caught a live. The vibe's pretty chill in here. We're just shooting the shit. That's kind of, excuse me, that's kind of what we do here, if I remember correctly. We just kind of sit and bullshit, talk about various things, and there's very little structure. And when I say very little structure, I mean there's literally no structure. Can't roll my eyes more at people who are like, why are schools closing down? Yeah, no doubt. Actually, here we had a situation with our teachers in Chicago who walked out, and then they got them back in the classroom, and now the students walked out because they're like, we're not even being considered, our safety is not being considered, like, fuck you guys. And I'm like, oh, good for them, right on. That's merch. Sometimes I'm the joke. I have so many merch ideas and options, and like, it's gonna happen. I said it like a couple weeks ago, but I feel like 2022 is the year. We're gonna make merch this year. Carrie is a trash friend from the original. I heard she's gotten worse. I feel like Sex and the City is a show like you find at a certain time in your life where it almost resonates, even though like it doesn't, because they're all like, you know, living in unattainable places, doing unattainable things in New York City. But like in terms of like your relationships and your friends and all that stuff, like you know, at some point it's like in some way relatable, or like something you like. It's like watching rich people on YouTube do things where you're like, oh, God, I love that. I wish I could be that, or whatever. And then like you get older and you're like, Carrie's a shit friend. Like, you know what I mean? Like you kind of see the reality of it all. And Just Like That is so boring. I caught up last night. All the characters are just unlikable. Interesting. I'm gonna have to watch it, I think. I'm gonna have to watch it. I'm gonna have to watch it, aren't I? I'll watch it. I'll watch it. I was gifted the Sex and the City, the full box set. You never watched it? I own it. The big pink one. I have it. I'm a sucker for like, I could sit on the couch for an afternoon and watch old Sex and the City episodes. Let's say a joke. The teachers walked out for a decent amount of time. Yeah, they were. I think it's been like a week, maybe, since they walked out. Well, because the holiday was just. I think they came back from the holiday on the 3rd, and then they walked right out. And the students walked out today at 12:30. I think that's great. I think it's good on the kids for saying like, you know, fuck you. This is our safety is at risk, and no one's considering us in this conversation, and it directly affects us. What the hell is Yellow Jackets? What is that? I want to know. I've never heard of it. That's not surprising, especially if you listen to my podcast. I got a scratch. I got an itch. Hi, Kelly Cat. I'm glad you finally caught a live stream. There's a new character who has what's supposed to be a woke podcast that Carrie works on. It's so cringe. You're gonna hate it. Oh my god, I hate it already. That sounds terrible. Ugh. like the Sex and the City movies. The first one was depressing, and the second one was very confusing in terms of like who greenlit this. It's nuts. It's a Showtime show. Watch the trailer. Well, here's the thing. I don't have Showtime, so if I watch the trailer and then I end up wanting to watch it, I'm gonna be really pissed. So I'll watch the trailer. I have slime. Do you guys, anybody need fucking slime? Nobody in my house needs slime. Nobody. Not one of you. So Steve would never cheat. Steve. Love you, Steve. Love you, Joey. Send it to Shane Dawson. No, you can't have my slime. You know, where the TikToker Nikita Dragon threw that huge party for got COVID. Yeah, and James Charles has COVID. Despite being double vaxxed and boosted, like as if it protects him. I'm sorry for waking up your gerbil with my slime package. Yellow Jackets has Juliette Lewis, Christina Ricci, and a few other amazing actors. Oh man. So it's just like straight out of the 90s, huh? I love that. Send the slime to Jenna Marbles as a gift for her services. Oh, Jenna. And like, I was thinking about it the other day, and like, I was like, in my brain thinking about how cool it would be if like just one day Jenna just drops a fucking video and she's like back, and I'm like, oh, it'd be so nice. I really miss Jenna. I really miss her content. Makes me sad that like as the pandemic got like worse and like all of us got like more collectively like depressed and all that shit, Jenna like left, and it was just like, no, there's nothing good in the world anymore. Jenna and Julian are getting married. Hope we at least get photos. I doubt it. Maybe like one, but I doubt it. Her energy is so needed again. I agree. Like, I totally respect it, and I understand her need to leave, but like, yeah, it's a bummer. It's a bummer that she's not online anymore. Hope she's living her best life. Honestly, I got really into Jenna Marbles' videos a few months before she decided to leave. Yeah, it sucks because I understand why, but she pulled so many of her old videos, and you know, she was such a it's so fucking dramatic, but like a beacon of light on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't watch a Jenna Marbles video and go, oh man. That makes me feel worse about my day. Like, you watched Jenna and like you just laughed, or like she was doing something ridiculous and it was fun. I could use some Jenna chaotic crafting videos. Same. Jenna and Hannah Hart were some of the first people I started watching on YouTube. Same. I wish she would come back, but she needs to do what she thinks is best. Yeah. Literally think of Jenna putting a good quality fake beard on so much. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't think there was a Jenna Marbles video that I ever like didn't like. Even the ones like I wasn't wild about, like I still laughed at and I still enjoyed. Her fucking Hillary Clinton ones kill me. They're so funny. And yeah, oh my god, the crafting with even like the drunk art school and like drunk magic and all of that shit. Quality. Been rewatching all the podcasts. Yeah, I've been thinking about going back and watching some of those too. Cause like the podcast I have with Nayli, I love, because we have such, I mean, like, I don't want to brag, but like we have like good chemistry, and we enjoy talking to each other, and we enjoy talking about stuff. And what I always loved about Jenna and Julian's podcast is they just loved talking to each other, and it never felt like forced. It was always really fun to listen to, and it's really, really, that's something you can't emulate and you can't fake. you know what I mean? So it's always really fun to go back and listen. I stand by my favorite Jenna and Julian podcast was the one where they were reading the Guy Fieri fan fiction. I went back and watched it like maybe 3 or 4 months ago, and I still like fucking died laughing. It was so funny. Excuse me. The dressing up Julian videos. I remember when Julian first started coming around and everybody fucking hated Julian. They were so pissed. And every time he'd be in a video, everybody would be so fucking pissed. And who knew that Julian would end up being so likable? I was only vaguely aware of who she was, but I get how much people loved her content. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is she was never like, I mean, I know she did some, you know, she made some videos that like, you know, obviously she wouldn't make today, and whatnot, but like for the most part, she literally just made content that made her happy and made other people happy. Like she just wanted to have a good time. And I think that as a concept has been completely lost on the internet. Yeah, her TikTok videos. Yeah. You had a religion professor in college who's Guy Fieri's uncle? Oh, that's amazing. Seriously, Guy Fieri gets a lot of shit, but he seems like a really cool dude. Like a really nice guy. You need to check out your podcast, I keep forgetting. It is the podcast, Naily Nice podcast, is on YouTube. I'll link it below. And it's also on Spotify, Apple Music, maybe something else. I don't know. I have to ask Naily, but she's busy. But yes, definitely it's on YouTube. I love you too, Nightly. Yeah. Didn't people not like Julian because they wanted her to get back with her ex, Max? I think it was a combination of people who wanted her to get back with Max No Sleeves and people who were just like jilted by their breakup and didn't want her to get hurt. I think it was kind of like that. Guy Fieri's perfectly cheesy. He's just living his life being wild. I love that. Hi, Melissa. Like, we do scripted bits. That's most of the time that's all Naily. Naily, her like level of production on our podcast is fantastic. When Naily like was first asking me to do a podcast, she was like, she kept asking me like, let's do a podcast. You and I need to do a podcast together. We need to do a podcast together. And I was like, okay, I'm happy to do a podcast, but also like I can't commit to like editing the podcast or like just, you know, distributing the podcast. Like I literally can contribute to like helping writing, and I can obviously record it. I said, but like I can't do much more of that because like I can barely keep up with my own channel, plus I have the kids. And she was like, yeah, absolutely. She's like, I'll take care of it all. And she really has. I mean, she is the I don't know. She's the one doing it all. I couldn't come up with a metaphor. My brain's mashed potatoes. Got all caught up on the podcast 2 days ago. Love the company taglines, but yeah. We were playing roulette. Company tagline roulette and influencer cancellation roulette. I totally forget why they broke up. Was it a hot mess of a situation? Max and Jenna? I don't think so. I think Max just broke up with Jenna. I think that's what happened. I haven't watched Raw Beauty Christy turn herself into Guy Fieri. I've seen the outcome, and I love Christy. Yeah, she's a great producer. She's nailing it. Naily is fucking nailing it, and we literally wouldn't have a podcast without her. So, but But we're taking this week off because Nayli has some things that she's got to do. So we'll be back, not this coming Monday, but the following Monday. So in case you wanted to know, now you do. She's nailing it. I see your plan. Okay, easy. I can't remember whether it was blurs images or things I hated, but somebody photoshopped Guy Fieri as a regular looking guy. It was weird. I bet it was weird. Will you and Nayli ever do a video version of a podcast? Probably not, because Nayli doesn't want to be on camera, which is fine because that means then I can look like straight garbage when we film the podcast. If we ever did one, like, we have a very loose plan to go to Vegas once like COVID dies out. So maybe we could do one from Vegas whenever that is. But in the foreseeable future, probably not. Resolutions, goals, predictions for 2022. I think resolutions, I'm going month by month. So healthy, mentally, physically, important. Creating some sort of schedule for both my Patreon and for my YouTube channel. And being a better and more present parent, which I think is just my goal all the time. Predictions. I feel like it's gonna be a shitty rest of the winter. And then I feel like we're not gonna get rid of COVID, but like I was reading the other day that we're gonna, like, it's gonna turn endemic at some point. Is that the word I'm thinking of? Where it's like it's always gonna be around, but it's going to get less and less severe, sort of like how colds are. So, you know, I think eventually that'll get better. And like hopefully, you know, everything will be okay. I don't know, I'm not good at predictions. Casino cast. Hell yeah. I don't think either one of us wants to gamble though, so we're just gonna like you know, sit at the pool. We have pool cast. Or we're gonna be the gay men that we are, we're gonna go to a bunch of shows. So whoever's got a residency at that point. Hopefully it won't be as fatal. Yeah. Well, that's what I was reading about. When it becomes endemic, it becomes less lethal and it becomes more common, but it's more subdued. Obviously, I'm not an expert or like I'm not any sort of like epidemiologist or anything, like, so just, you know, take my words for what they are, but that's just what I was reading about. Feels that way with the current strain. I've never known so many people that have it. Yeah, isn't that wild? Like, I remember in the beginning, because I had COVID in like November, end of November, beginning of December of 2020, and at that point it was like people were getting it, obviously lots of people, but like I didn't know a bunch of people that had it. And now I know probably 15 people that have it. It's nuts. My sister's a kindergarten teacher. Her aide has had it twice, and she still somehow has never gotten COVID. Isn't that wild? That's crazy. That is crazy. It's the most frustrating thing because there's no pattern to it. It's different for everybody. It presents differently in everybody. Some people get it, some people don't get it. It's insane. I'm so mad that Omicron gives false negatives so much. How am I supposed to know when my Home test says no, but my body screams yes. I think that's a question for R. Kelly. But also, yeah, I agree. Just treat every sickness like it's COVID. I mean, woof. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, you're out of the pharmacy! I can yell now. Everyone in your family has gotten it? Yeah, same. No, not really same, actually. Everyone in my household has gotten it. We had it, like I said, in 2020, but yeah, it's nuts. Friggin' bonkers. It's almost like it's a real thing, and it's not a hoax. In Australia, they've been trying to contain it for 2 years, but now they're going to open the borders, and I'm praying it's not so bad. Ugh, God. I'll hope for you too. Cause shit. We had, in Illinois, we had 20, almost 30,000 cases today. So, if that's anything. That tells you anything. I can't see. Okay, yeah, here's the exact thing. This is everybody's like train of thought. I can't tell if I should use up a home test today, but I think it's just that I forgot to turn on my humidifier last night. And everybody, like, you wake up with like a sore throat and you're like, oh my God, it's COVID. Is it COVID? Is it a cold? It's probably COVID. Is it COVID? I don't know if it's COVID. It's so fucking insane. Hi, Meg. Mom has worked at Amazon since COVID started. I have no idea she hasn't gotten it. Ugh. My mom works in the medical office. And I'm like, whew, hell of a time to start working in a medical office. Let's all just drink our pee. Let's all do it. Why not? I mean, it's got to be the answer. I need to get your booster. I got my booster like a week and a half ago. Getting your booster Monday. Good. Get your boosters, for the love of God. And like, to be honest, if you're like me, it's gonna fuck with your period, so get ready for that. I like, every so often I check on Google to see like how many women are experiencing, or period having folks are experiencing disruptions in their cycle, and whoo, y'all, tell you what, I got Moderna all the way through. Moderna first, Moderna second, and Moderna booster. My goodness. Yeah, mine was just finishing up too. And it graced me with its presence today, so cheers to that. Now y'all know. You're allowed to mix. Yeah, we're allowed to mix too, but I was reading that Moderna has the highest efficacy of all of them. So I decided to I made sure to get a Moderna booster. So I read one thing and I took it to heart. Got your booster and your period was so jacked. Yeah, I mean, ever since I got my second shot, my period's been completely fucked. It's like I've always, excuse me, champagne is making me very burpy. My cycle was every 28 days for 7 days since I have gotten a period in my life. I knew that I was pregnant because I was a day late. Like, that's how punctual my period has always been. And like, I've missed months. I've had months where I was just spotting. I've had months where I was fucking hemorrhaging. It's just been all across the board for different durations. There's no like rhyme or reason, or it's just throwing me off. Had no symptoms from my booster, which was exciting because I had symptoms from the first shot, which no one did. I did. I had symptoms from my first shot. I had my first shot, I had fever and body aches and lethargy. My second shot, I just had a little bit of lethargy. And then the booster, I had nothing. I was a little sleepy, but I wouldn't even call it lethargy. got Pfizer and my booster is Pfizer. Well, if it hasn't fucked with you by now, it probably, I wouldn't imagine it would. I would think by your second shot you would have had. Although I guess there's really nothing we can count on with any of this. So, but in my experience, the second shot got me. So, in terms of my cycle, on birth control that eliminates a period altogether. That's good. I don't have insurance, so. I slept for about 14 hours after both my booster and second shot. I'll happily take that as my side effects. Yeah, honestly, I would too if I didn't have two children running around my house that need my attention. Saying Medicaid because no income, baby. Yeah, Medicaid. Hey, Medicaid. Need insurance for birth control there. I mean, kinda. Yeah, the arm ache was brutal, even with the booster. And that was a little baby shot. Yeah, so here's hoping COVID stops ruining all of our lives soon, right? Like, it's got to at some point, right? In theory. I'm hot. Well, the Moderna shot was brutal, but the Pfizer booster did nothing, absolutely nothing to you. See, that's for me, that's like when you work out, right? You work out and you lift a bunch of fucking weights, and then like the next day, like your arms are sore. So it's like, oh yeah, I know I did something. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about Moderna making people feel like shit. Like, you know, you did something. Yeah, don't drink your pee. Just, I think that's a good takeaway. You know what, Nayli? I was just genuinely singing your praises, like kissing your ass for like 10 minutes earlier. So now that you're here, it's over. Some of the people put it in their eyes? For what? The fuck? It is true. Yeah, it was weird. It felt weird coming right out of my face. God. Rachel Oates has some informative videos on urine therapy worth watching. Okay. I like Rachel. Yeah, but like pee is, even if pee was the most sterile thing in the world, it's still not a treatment for COVID. Like, it's not going to treat COVID or prevent COVID. Like, don't do it, okay? Unless you're, I don't know, reenacting Castaway or some shit. Like, don't fucking do it. Haley, I'm gonna ban you in like 2 seconds, and then I'm gonna spoil Scream for you. So watch your P's and Q's, okay? Essential oils will not treat or prevent COVID. Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is different than the normal Gilmore discussion, but now that you're here and you brought it up, it was good. Scream was good. I'm not gonna like, I don't want to talk about how good or why or anything because I don't want to ruin it for you, but we're gonna talk tomorrow after you see it. Okay. You seem underwhelmed. I wouldn't say I'm underwhelmed. I said it earlier, but I feel like they're for big fans of the movies, there's a lot of good stuff, a lot of good Easter eggs, a lot of good. but I'm not going to tell you whether it's what we wanted or not. But yeah, I'm just whelmed. Drinking turpentine. Oh, jeez. I didn't say it was a rando. It's interesting. I don't know if I've processed it yet. I feel like I need to see it again. I have other ideas for how it could have gone, I guess. But it wasn't bad. It was actually really, really good. Yeah, you missed the Sex and the City combo. It was riveting. Hi, Lexi. But I'm not as... Look, yes, you're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. Is it completely different to the other films? No. No. In some ways, it is. In some ways, it is. In, like, the basic structure of it, there were a couple of shakeups that were pretty good. But overall, it's kind of the same. But will you love it? I think you'll love it for what you'll... As a fan of, like, the franchise, I think you will love it. I think in terms of wanting, like, your brain busted open with, like, brand new screamy goodness, it'll get, like, halfway there. Yeah, I think that might be the case. It was one of those things where sometimes we're so excited for something, it doesn't meet what we wanted. A little bit. It was still really good, and I like that they changed up some of the structure, but I don't know. We'll talk about it tomorrow after you see it. No, you're fine. You weren't here. We talked about Scream earlier, so you're not taking over anything. Have you seen the Scream TV show? Yeah, I did. I didn't care for it. I didn't care for it. I know there's so many Lexis going on in here. Lexis have entered the chat. My goodness. Can't wait to see the movie. Yeah. I mean, I'll be happy to talk about it when more people have gotten the chance to see it. I don't want to blow spoilers open for people. Especially for Nayli, who I spoke so highly of earlier. Who came in hot. Making fun of my 3 links. Even though my fucking internet is garbage. Season 2 is better than season 1. I don't think I even made it to season 2, to be honest. May try to watch Scream tomorrow with you about the original. This is the Lexi chat. Holy shit. How did I get lucky with so many Lexis? Oh my goodness. This. That was the day the Lexis took over. A lot of Final Destination movies are on Netflix. Netflix has been killing it with the movies lately. I remember when there was a time where, like, Netflix was just like you could see the fucking tumbleweeds blow by, and, like, they've actually added real movies now, which is a nice change. Someone said they were doing the whole Scream franchise, but with different characters. I could see where that opinion or that statement comes from. Can it be a Final Destination series? Ugh. You seen Don't Look Up? No, I haven't watched Don't Look Up yet. Much to Nayli's chagrin. Yeah, there was literally nothing on Netflix before. It was a fucking ghost town. I saw Hook was on there the other day. Glad you haven't made the awful decision to watch Hype House. And I was kind of getting into it. Oh no. Oh no. I don't even think I could tolerate those fucking people, even to make a video. Like, oh my god. I just, ugh. Barf. Barf. That was an attractive sound. Thank you. Still for Bridgerton to come back. I've never seen it. I've never seen so many things. Yeah, I saw Smokey Glow put a video on the up on the Hype House. I'll probably just watch that and call it a day. I feel like somebody else just made one too. I don't remember who. Go down that TV rabbit hole. What else is he in? Dante Vasco. What else is he in besides Hook? Dollface season 2. I just watched the trailer for Dollface season 2 and it made me want to watch season 1. Okay, is that, listen, here's the thing. Nayli, I'm gonna call you out personally. Nayli says you need to watch Oscar picks for work. Okay, thanks. Totally fine. I'm always happy to watch the year's Oscar nominees. But like letting me know that that's what we're doing in the middle of a fucking live? Ma'am. Ma'am, we have private chats for that. But I will. Thanks for letting me know. I too love the Oscars. Good night, Lexi. One of you Lexis. It was on Twitter. No, but yeah, we had the conversation on Twitter, but it was never definitive. Like, you act like it was like in stone. You gotta let me. Oh, he wasn't, but I'm a cheerleader, wasn't he? Oh my god. Oh my god. I forgot. Oh, I just like it. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, because we had tossed, Nayli and I had tossed back and forth. Well, not really. Nayli was like, yeah, Sajak would have to watch the movies. And then I said, yeah, I always watch the Oscar movies if I can. But would that be better or would it be more fun if I didn't see them and then just guessed the plot and whatnot of all of them? So that's why I was left in limbo of what was decided versus what wasn't decided. Okay. Oscar thoughts. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Baby Hayden Christensen on a Goosebumps episode. Have you ever seen the movie Life is a House? Because he was in that movie too. Also with Jenna Malone. And that movie is something. Something. Make them two part of it. Well, this would be for the podcast. So, like, maybe. I don't know. It's up to Nayli how much editing she wants to do. We'll talk about it. We'll figure it out. We'll get it sorted. I mean, I can. I guess I could, if we're just doing an Oscar movie scenario, then I can perhaps just do guesses before I watch them on the channel if that's what you want. Yeah, I love an own life as a house too. Why are you so aggressive tonight, Haley? Chill the fuck out. Just find a really good breakdown of a movie on YouTube. No one's gonna know. Yeah, we'll work out the details. We'll hammer it out. I will never be the Franco to anybody's anything. No. 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 Pick a different duo. Pick a different duo. Okay, so if you were here earlier when I was saying nice things about Nalia, I just want you to know that I didn't mean any of them and I take them all back. Jazz. Except Nalia will be the high one. No doubt. No doubt. I didn't like. I don't. Was Colin Mockery in Goosebumps? Is that what I'm reading? First of all, I didn't know Goosebumps was like a series. I mean, I knew it was a series of books. My point was that I read the books and I didn't know it was like a show until I was much older. Because true. If you ask someone whose hadn't seen Fried Green Tomatoes what it was about, that would be funny. Yeah, I agree. Colin Mockery was in an episode of Goosebumps? No, Are You Afraid of the Dark is superior to everything. No, I've never seen the Goosebumps show. I read the books as a kid, but I didn't know it was a show until I was too old for it. Yeah, the theme song to fucking Are You Afraid of the Dark horrifies me. Still, as an adult. I watched one episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark and I still have nightmares. It was the Trapped in the Dollhouse. That's a good one. There are some that are still fucking creepy as an adult. Yeah, I read the book. I remember being like, I don't know, 8 or 9 and like sitting in my bathtub reading, I don't know, Say Cheese or Die or some shit. And just like, I love those fucking books. Tales from the Crypt. Fuck yeah, there's still some fucking Tales from the Crypt episodes on YouTube. There are some gems. There's actually one with Catherine O'Hara that's pretty fucked up. Courage the Coward. I love Invader Zim. I love Invader Zim. Invader Zim is like actually funny. It's just one of those shows. I was never really into cartoons, even as a little kid. But like Invader Zim always made me laugh. Oh, I'm not gonna kiss your ass anymore, Neely. It's done. It's over. You get one a year, and that's it. This was yours. Courage the Cowardly Dog. I remember it. I never watched it. Still have never seen Wizard of Oz because my sister convinced me it was the scariest movie ever. Honestly, I was obsessed with it as a child, and then I watched it maybe like 2 years ago. It was on TV, and I was like, this movie's fucking dark and creepy, and like, I don't like it. Invader Zim was the best. Did you see the? No, I didn't see the movie. I just remember the original series. Grr was my favorite thing ever. Finding the Invader Zim is something even my dad remembers, but mostly because he found it annoying at the time. He liked Grr though. Everybody liked Grr. Grr was where it was at, man. Grr was funny as hell. I was afraid of drains in public bathroom floors for entirely too long because of Are You Afraid of the Dark? Listen, Are You Afraid of the Dark? The episode with Nev Campbell is the one that used to scare the shit out of me because it was like, I don't remember if it was like a demon inside like a like a trinket of some kind, but like I remember it being like a gargoyle, and it knew like your greatest fear, and it would make it come true or whatever. And like hers was like like she was like claustrophobic or some shit, and like she was in a room and like the walls were literally like closing her in, and it was so fucked up. Willy Wonka is much scarier than Wizard of Oz. I don't know, man. I think Willy Wonka's great. I mean, maybe conceptually, yeah, I could see where it is for sure. But Willy Wonka's, I feel like, I don't know. I guess they could both be seen as horror. Oh my god, you know how like, I wish I had like Streamlabs up or something, because like I love like non-horror movies having their trailers edited into horror movies, but like the best is the reverse. Like there is a cut of The Exorcist where it's edited to be a sitcom. It's fucking hysterical. He's not a murderer. The kids aren't dead. They're just missing. They're just gone. I don't know. I'm not afraid of Gene Wilder. He doesn't scare me. But also he's dead. But like, he didn't scare me. Even the part of the boat scene, like that never fucking scared me. I really like Willy Wonka. It's a classic. No Gene Wilder slander in any household. Absolutely not. But I will not stand for the Johnny Depp one. That one was fucking trash. And you can cancel me for that. Go ahead. Fucking do it. I don't care. Gene Wilder, or get the fuck out. I have nightmares from PTSD. Horror movies are not scary. Oh. Oof. It's dark. I'm sorry. Yeah, oh my god, I love, my kids watch Willy Wonka all the time. And I love that. I actually kind of love that scene. Little doll was kind of an asshole and possibly anti-Semitic. Yeah. Hated the Johnny Depp Willy Wonka. It was just not good. Like, I think when you grow up on like a classic film and you see it enough times and like you're used to it, it's really hard to like do better in your mind, I think, to that. There's a video that edited the B movie trailers, different genres, and it's pretty hilarious. I love that. That's really funny. That's hilarious. Yeah, the one with The Exorcist is hysterical. Where she's like, you know, going down the stairs backwards on her hands or whatever. And I mean, there's just like the canned laughter behind it. It's hysterical. Willy Wonka will always be better than Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, period. Even the book. The original movie is just better than all of it, in my opinion. I really wish the lickable wallpaper was a thing. I'm sure it is. I'm sure you can make that happen. There's got to be a way, right? It's 2022. Have we not advanced enough to make lickable wallpaper? Like, we sent William Shatner to space and we can't get lickable wallpaper? Like, what the fuck? I never saw James and the Giant Peach. I did read it as a kid, but I never saw the movie. Never saw it. I know we talked about it on the podcast, and I'm sure Haley's gonna love our talk about it now, but like The Brave Little Toaster was a movie that scared me as an adult, but didn't scare me as a child. Like, I think my favorite movie spy with the book is dope, which inspired me to just try to say the thing I was about to say. I think my favorite, like, a book that I read a lot as a kid that when they turned it into a movie, I was like super hyped and I loved both, was Harriet the Spy. Because that was one of my favorite books and it was one of my favorite movies as a child. I'm going to talk about the Brave Little Toaster again. I'm not going to, but it's scary. James and the Giant Peach. Everybody, a lot of praise for James and the Giant Peach. So I will. I'll have to check it out. Yes, Harriet the Spy was so good. I remember when that came out. I still have the orange like Nickelodeon VHS somewhere, and it came with a bunch of stuff. I remember like it came with a notebook and a magnifying glass, and I feel like there was something else, but I don't remember what. Brave Little Toaster scared you as a kid? Yeah, well that makes sense. Like, I'm surprised that it didn't scare me as a kid because it's super creepy. Were you scared by Wallace and Gromit? No. No, that's not. I've never read The Princess Bride, and I haven't seen The Princess Bride in many, many, many years, and I've only seen it once. I feel like I should go back and watch it. I can't watch Harry the Spy because I will forever see Michelle. Here's Georgina from Gossip Girl. Well, I've never seen Gossip Girl, so I'm all set. Yeah, Rosie O'Donnell was good in that movie. It was such a good movie. It's such a good, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I never saw Gossip Girl. The only show in that realm that I ever got into was Gilmore Girls, which I kind of feel like watching later. Maybe I'll do that. I haven't done a nice Gilmore Girls rewatch in a long time. And just to spite Nayli, I might do one. I don't know, what is Michelle Trachtenberg up to these days? Who's to say? I used to try to make that tomato and mayo sandwich from Harriet the Spy. Do not recommend. I used to eat them all the time. I actually ate those before I ever saw the movie. I don't know if it's like a Midwest staple, but it's good. It's good. I mean, unless you don't think it's good, in which case it's not good for you. But it's good for me. Gossip Girl is one of those shows I never saw, but will watch hours and hours of analysis on YouTube. That's interesting. I actually like autoplay put on some kind of like it was like a montage of scenes from, it was like a combination of the Fosters and Good Trouble or whatever, that's on Freeform, and I don't know why, but I just like sat there and watched it. I've never seen either of those shows, but I got sucked into whatever the compilation was. I never saw Pretty Little Liars either. Which I think, like, I get it when people are like, you haven't seen such and such, but like, I mean, I went through a period of time where I never went anywhere, and then I went through I never was home, and I was always out everywhere, and then I am now in a period of time where I'm just wrangling toddlers 24/7. So tomato and feta cheese, oh my god, anything with feta cheese, I'm sold. I love feta cheese, it's my favorite. Watched Jenny Nicholson's Vampire Diaries video several times but never saw the show. I've seen like 2 episodes of Vampire Diaries. It's not for me. Um, there are so many shows to catch up on. Ren, hi Ren, how are you? Wasted so much time on Pretty Little Liars. I remember when it first came out, and I was like, "Oh, that looks interesting," and then I just never got around to watching it. I have an itch on my side. I'm gonna scratch it because I just am. Oh my goodness. Boyfriend fell asleep when he got home because I was asleep, and now I'm awake and bored to wake him up or not wake him up. Let him sleep. Let him rest. Let the boy get some rest. Yeah, seriously, Gail, go to bed. It's what, 6 o'clock in the morning? Go to bed. There's nothing to, 7 a.m. It's 7 a.m. Go to bed. Go to bed. Sleep is more important. We're gonna be done here in about 15 minutes anyway, so you're not missing anything, okay? You're here for the bulk of it. You need your rest. Get some sleep. This chair makes weird sounds. But you're having fun. Go to bed. It's late/early for you. Go to sleep. Go to bed. Yes, exactly. Listen to Jazzy. Go to bed. We can have fun tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow's another day. Another day. Another day. Sleep is very important. Get some sleep, Gail. Do it. Sleep because your sim had a baby? Congratulations. Big day. How exciting. Enough people yelled, don't feel bad. We just want the best for you. We want you to get some good rest. Get some sleep. Enjoy yourself. I don't think enjoy yourself is the phrase I was going for. Get some sleep. Either way. Do it. I didn't crinkle anything. I didn't do anything. What you talking about? They don't forget a previous crinkle. Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to activate the babies. Okay, good. Go to bed. We're gonna call it a night in about 10 minutes. So go ahead and go to bed. Good night, Gal. Thank you for being here. I hope you get lots of sleep. I do want to hear a Japanese word, unless it's going to be you telling me to fuck myself. But I guess that would be a couple words. Good night, Gail. I don't know what that means, but I hope it's all good. Oh, okay. Gotcha. It means bye-bye. I hope that's not a threat and just a fun fact instead. Cool. Yeah, so I don't know how often we're gonna do lives here. I'm definitely not gonna go back to doing them weekly until my kids are in school, probably. Not like school, but like probably not till like springtime. And so, I mean, I wish I could commit to doing a weekly live, but it's just not feasible because I also want to, I don't want to overcommit because I feel like what I did in 2021 was like overcommit a lot here and on my Patreon, and I want to be more realistic with my time, particularly with like the quality of content. And I don't want to have to be like, oh, I'm gonna put a video up Tuesday and then be like, oh, sorry, I meant Wednesday. Oops, sorry, I meant Thursday. Like, I'd rather be consistent and have you guys get content and lives and stuff when I can actually commit to it and I am not putting too much on my plate. So right now, tentatively, we'll say we'll do this monthly, and then if I can do it more, then we'll do it more. There might be like pop-up lives here and there, who knows. And I think it's going to kind of be the same on Patreon. So if you're part of the Patreon, if you're not part of the Patreon, if you like joining, I mean, it's mostly just a Discord right now, and then an extra episode every month of whatever it is I do here. But I'm gonna be changing the tiers and stuff like that. So I'm gonna probably do like a 2-tier system, but bring down the prices because I'm again overcommitting myself to things that I'm not giving, a ton of myself to. So I feel like if I bring down my expectation of myself a little bit, I can commit to giving more of myself rather than trying to do it the other way around, if that makes any sense. Anyway, enough shop talk, but I just wanted to let you know that I'm happy to be back doing lives and that they will probably come around monthly. I might also, in lieu of Patreon, or in addition to Patreon, do memberships here. But I'm going to figure that out later this year. Merch is coming. I don't know when, but it's coming. So yeah, that's just my updates. Do what you feel is the most time realistic and we'll be there. Thank you. Yeah, that's the thing. I just don't want to overpromise that to you guys and then be like, oh, just kidding. Like, I don't want to do that because that's frustrating as a viewer and it makes me feel like garbage as a creator. So let's just all do ourselves a favor and just be realistic with ourselves so that we're not trying to do more than we can. But what I can do is tell you that I have videos coming in the next couple days. I have, one tomorrow, time TBA. It's either going to be, and then I'm either going to have one Sunday, Monday, or Monday, Tuesday, but I will keep everything updated. Wearing your swoop merch, hell yeah. I didn't get any, but it all looked really good. Yeah, so I'm working on putting together merch and ideas on that. So thank you for being here. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for putting up with Nayli. She's the worst. I appreciate y'all. I was asking, before I go, I'm gonna let you know one of the things that I'm asking in my newer videos. I was thinking about doing like a series on my channel where I create a Google form where you can submit like confessions or dark secrets completely anonymously, and then I can make a video out of it. If that's something you're super into, let me know, because I think it could be really fun. And again, it would be completely anonymous, so like you could say whatever you want. I wouldn't know who you are. No one else would know who you are. It would be 100% anonymous. So if that's something you're into, let me know. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So the live was a good surprise after this long week. I'm glad. I'm glad to do it. It had been a really long time. Your secrets would make great content. I don't doubt that for a second run. I would totally believe you when you say that. I bet you've got some goodies. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna do a poll probably on the community tab and then over on Twitter, just to kind of gauge interest in that as an idea. Oh, with my mom. Ooh, that'd be good. Good call. If y'all can traumatize my mom, that would be something. So I'll leave the poll up and then we'll see how that goes. And then if so, I'll put up the Google form in the next day or two. And other than that, I think that's about it. I'm gonna go watch Gilmore Girls, maybe? or I'm just gonna fall asleep on my couch in the next hour or so, having eaten, I don't know, probably those sun chips over there. And that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for being here. I love you. Thank you for being around. Thanks. That's all. Just thanks. And you'll see me tomorrow in a video. So bye, I guess. This is where I touch your face, right? Right here. Oh, I can do it without. Look at that. New year, new me.